Okay, it's Thursday, pretty cold and very short night after seeing Rogue One. Today a meeting with Sony and finishing up the computer. Posting some results yesterday from the benchmark. Somebody gave me a tip to run the optimizer software from ASUS. And I actually did, and we're now doing a new Geekbench and see what happens. Now in between that Geekbench is running, this is the old external casing for the Mac Pro to use eSATA. And here we have the Samsung Evo drive, and this is going to be my second SSD in the system for the Lightroom database, because it's important that the Lightroom database is on a fast drive, and this one is pretty fast. It's not as fast as the Plex Store, but I want to keep my software and my OS on the Plex Store, and this one is fast enough for Lightroom. Okay, the benchmark is indeed a little bit faster. I expected it to be much faster, by the way, but I don't know. I see some results online from this processor and they go up into the 6000 and we're ending up at 4131. So I wonder what's wrong. Now in all honesty, I think the system is fast enough. So if somebody online knows what it could be that my CPU is clocking lower than the other ones online, please let me know. But for now I'm going to focus on getting everything in working order, because it's insanely fast, but it's always cool to get more performance by just a little change, of course. On the other hand, safety first. So if somebody knows online why I get slower Geekbenches than somebody else, let me know, guys. Okay, for the external towers we now connected the Sonnet card, a tempo card with eSATA ports, to the towers and installed AFH Plus from Paragon, and it works. I'm now accessing the HSF Plus files on the external SATA tower, and it's now copying to the hard drive. And there are slow drives in there, so it won't be a speed monster, but we're getting a steady 110, 120 megabytes per second with copying. So 13 gigs will take about 1 minute. So that's okay. That's more than doable. Awesome. So that works. Driving on the A6 to Bad Hoeverdorp, where we have the meeting with Sony, and well, the weather is okay. It's still a little bit raining, but you know what, it's Dutch weather. And we arrived at Sony headquarters in Bad Hoeverdorp. The view from the 8th floor, and that's Schiphol in the back. Sometimes we jokingly call it home away from home, because in certain periods we do fly a lot. So that's Schiphol. And a week, we're done with Sony.
Yes.
Well, we're not done with Sony, of course. And we talked about what we're going to do at Professional Imaging, the best trade show in the Netherlands, with great speakers like Glyn Dewis, my friend.
And yourself.
Yes, and Joe Carlos, and of course Christiana Scherk will be there. It's going to be awesome, and it's in March, and we're going to do some really cool stuff with Sony.
Yeah.
So you really have to go there. It's just planning, so we can't tell you anything yet. That's why we didn't film inside. It's going to be awesome. So we're now off to Emmeloord. I'm going to finish the computer and do my first retouching session on it. And let's see how that works out.
First we have to print photos for the Help Portrait families.
Yeah, first we have to print photos for Help Portrait families. So we're going to drive back home. And well, that's for you the next scene. And for us it's an hour drive.
Bye!
Okay guys, we're almost home. So Anne, can you point that way so people can see where we drive? There we go. So this is Emmeloord, and we are now about 2 minutes away from our studio. Okay, it's about 9 o'clock. We're still in the studio, so we're not gonna edit the videos tonight. So tomorrow you guys are gonna actually get 2 behind the closed doors from the previous days. I'm so sorry, but installing everything is a lot of work, because over the years you collect so much software from FTP programs, backup software, and we now have to find all solutions that work. And only for the backup software it actually took me about 3 or 4 hours to get it working, because I want more like a sync. I don't want an image, I want a sync. And now finally we found something. And for a lot of programs it works that way. So Anouk,
And don't forget the printers. And on my new
Printers,
MacBook Pro, we
yes.
had to install everything again. We had some problems with Lightroom. So
Yeah, so anyway, we're now going
it's a
home.
long day.
And tomorrow we're gonna edit the videos on this monster machine, because that it is. It's a really fast machine.
Yeah.
So thank you so very much for watching tomorrow, guys, and see you next time. Bye bye.